Hey guys, so yesterday I talked about skincare products that were kind of a waste of money, especially if you're on a budget. And today I thought I'd talk more in depth about my best skincare investments. And by investments, I don't mean consumables, products you finish and then buy a new one. I'm talking about tools and things like that. Things that are worth spending a little bit of more money on, and what one investment might be great for one person might not be great for the next person. So it kind of depends on what your needs are, what you maybe spend money on, maybe what you go to an esthetician for, things like that. Laser hair removal for me might be a good investment, but maybe not for somebody else that doesn't want that or need that. So anyway, so these are my best investments, and I will say the first one, I mean, I could talk about like sponges and things like that, but those are kind of consumables. You use these for a few months and then you get a new one. Brushes, things like that. I will say this was one of the best gifts I ever got from somebody for my birthday. My friend Celeste gave this to me. Actually, she gave me a set of them, but this is the one I like the most. It's just like a spatula, and it's so simple, but I literally got like 3 more days out of my Dr. Jart BB cream out of it because of this little spatula. So this might be something to think about. Not necessarily super expensive, and that might be something you replace. But anyway, so like dermablading or microblading, dermaplaning. Anyway. So a lot of people spend money going to an esthetician for that. If you like it and they do a great job, keep doing it. But if you want to save some money, I've tried so many different tools for that. I probably have, I don't know, I've probably tried 5 or 6 of them. And things like these, I find just irritated the heck out of my skin. The one I ended up having the best, I think it's called the About Face Derma Wand. And it just replaceable, the blades are replaceable very affordably. And this ended up being my favorite. I tried the one from the big company. What is that? Derma Pro. The one that was sold at Sephora, where the blade replacements were like $50. And it didn't do as good a job as this little $20 tool. And I like the fact that you don't have to replace the whole thing. You just get a new blade and put them on. And they have different shaped blades too. So I found this to be a great investment for me. I tried ones from a lot of other brands, and they were all okay, but that little one was just the best, and it was also, ironically, the cheapest. So I went through several Forios, and this product, the brand says Hailiecare, Hailiecare. This is literally 9 years old, and I use it pretty much every day. It stays in my shower. It's rechargeable. And I've tried other Forios that have come and gone and died. And in the meantime, this one, I think was 20 bucks at the time, keeps going. And I find it really helps clean my skin a little bit better and not as potentially irritating as like the Clarisonics were. I think this just kind of zhuzhes up my cleanser a little bit and does a really good job getting sunscreen and makeup off. Just a little bit better than how the product itself works. And it's very gentle, and it was so affordable. And I mean, this thing's going on 8 years now, and the best thing compared to like Clarisonic, there's nothing to replace. And then you just clean this every few months with some gentle cleanser, and it does its job. Ironically, you cleanse a cleanser, but anyway, you need to do that. So anyway, I found that one to be very good. For laser hair removal, there's 2 products that ended up doing great for me. So this Tria, this one is great for small areas like eyebrow lines or bikini line, things like that, where the area is not very large. And I bought this one off of, I believe it was eBay. People use these and then they're done with them. After you get the area you want treated for a few months, a few routines, it doesn't come back anymore, and then they just sold this, and I think it was a good deal. It was ridiculous. I think they're normally like $400 or $500 new, and I got this for I think $100 on eBay. So check around though, because some sellers may be selling defective products, or I think after a certain number of flashes maybe they go bad. But anyway, this one worked very well just for small areas, and then for larger areas like legs. This is Silken Flash and Go, And this one did a good job. And this one I think I purchased probably 8 or 9 years ago. And it still works. And this little head here is replaceable. So if you hit, I think it's 150 flashes, you just replace this part and then you're good to go for more. So didn't even finish this one, and it's great. So if that's something you need, this is a great way to save money. There's probably certain areas that are probably better treated by an esthetician, but from electrolysis. But I mean, these are great unless you have a deep skin tone or very light hair. Then it's not gonna be super helpful. But for anybody else that's in that deal, those were great, I found. I've tried the new face after using it off and on for a long period of time. I wasn't super impressed with it. I stopped using it after a while. I just didn't find it continue to do anything great for me, but some people love it. Nothing wrong with that. This is the Nebulift, which uses some different frequencies in your skin, and this was another one I used for months and then stopped, and to be honest, I don't know if I noticed any difference. Maybe my skin had a little bit more of a glow when I used this, but not enough for me just to commit to it. I'm more about like instant results. Things like LED lights, those are great, but you have to find a reputable brand, which is hard because there's so many companies selling these LED masks and lights that it's poorly regulated. There really isn't any regulation, so you have to trust the brand. So the one I used a lot was the one from Neutrogena, which got discontinued because people complain about their eyes. I've tried a ton of different other off-brands and varying degrees of success. The one I've used in my esthetician's office was Celluma, which actually is really very high quality. A lot of estheticians use that brand. There's a couple other brands that are also very trusted by them. If you're going to spend money on it, get a quality brand and not some of these cheap $20, $30 masks, because I'm just leery that those really are effective. The Celluma is expensive. I think it was like $1,300 to buy a device. So, but if it's something you find helpful in the long run, it might be worth it, because I think my esthetician charges like $50 for a session. So, and it can help with fine lines, wrinkles, different colors of the LED help with different things. The blue light can help with acne. The red light can help with aging. There's also infrared light, which can help with pain and things like that. So in my opinion, if you're going to buy something like that, don't buy the 30, 40, $100 ones. Go with something that's more regulated, more trusted by people in the industry. There's a reason why there's a couple big brands that are used. Celluma is one of them. And there's a reason for that, because they've shown that they work well, as opposed to, I mean, tomorrow morning I could buy all these LED masks overseas and start selling with my label on them. But does that mean they're anywhere near as good as Celluma? Probably not. Sometimes you do get what you pay for. Not always, but sometimes. Other devices, in terms of fine lines and wrinkles, there's 3 devices I own. And these I've owned for quite some time. Let's see. And I think 2 of these I bought at Sephora, and they're no longer sold at Sephora any longer. But the first one is the Illuminage, which is a device for wrinkles. It's the treatment area is very small, so you use it around your eyes, in mouth area. It's really where it's for. I find it works well. It is painful. I think I paid $300. I think I actually got this from Nordstrom during Black Friday sale several years ago, but I've owned this now for at least 5 years, and it still works. Well, the battery's dead. But anyway. But anyway, it does help. So if fine lines and wrinkles are something you want to treat, obviously there's great topicals, but a laser can help, and this is one I trust. The other one that's for your entire face, this is a Tria laser. What do they call this one? Well, it doesn't have the name of it. But anyway, this one you can use all over your entire face. It's got 3 different treatment levels, and the lowest one burns a little bit. The highest level stings a lot, and your face will be red and pink afterwards, but I do find it helps. They're not obviously as strong as ones you would see at a dermatologist or an esthetician's office, because they're made for home use and for people that can be kind of idiotic sometimes, like me, and might just be like, hey, I'm going to do a whole face for 3 hours, and they don't want you to totally destroy your face, so they make it a little bit weaker. But this one was sold at Sephora for quite a long time, and I had good luck with it. So anyway, so these are worth checking out. And my more recent purchase, which was easier to purchase, but it doesn't work as well, as fast, as strong as these other two, is the Nira laser. This one also has a very small treatment head, and the level of intensity of this one is quite low, but it is pretty affordable. I think it's under $200 or maybe under $300. So it's not nearly as strong as the other two. So it's very weak. So it means you have to use it more often, more dedication, more time to get the same results. But it also works, and people have had good luck with it and good reviews of it. So something like this, if you have wrinkles or, you know, things like that, it might be worth investing in because it just saves you some time. But obviously, you know what, in my opinion, if you want to prevent all this crap from happening, sunscreen on a daily basis is going to be the biggest friend. It will help prevent wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, things that you use lasers for or the LED for. But anyways, I just really have had good luck with a lot of these, and I've got tons of, look at all these plugs for all my different devices. And in the end, for laser hair removal has been a great investment, the wrinkle devices, and then my cleansing devices for me. And I'm really debating on getting that Celluma, but it's expensive, and my stupid washer machine that's like less than a year old just broke down. I had to pay to fix it, which was like, the paying to fix it cost almost as much as the stupid washer did. But then I was like, so do I fix the washer? I mean, it was $800, and it's less than a year old, but it wasn't covered in a warranty. What was wrong with it? And so I think it cost $400 to fix it, and it was an $800 washer. But it's like, what? I just mentally can't just throw something away, like a giant washing machine that's less than a year old, and just dump it. So that's kind of what started me thinking about things that I have invested in that are worth it. Because, you know what, to be honest, I would have went back, and if I could have, I would have bought the $1,000 washing machine and maybe spent an extra $200 would have made it a little bit better. I don't know. One last thing that I found was great investment for me was a UV mirror camera, which we use for some videos. I've lent it to a friend now. But you can buy a portable UV camera. Hang on 10 seconds. Let me grab it. How bad is that? I left a video for 10 seconds because I wasn't fully prepared. The sunscreen mirror, so you just turn it on. I wonder if it's in here or not. It is. You turn it on, you can see areas of sunscreen you missed. Or if you use it later on in the day after sweating, swimming, whatever, you can see where it's faded. So you just turn it on, and it literally will show you if you're using a chemical sunscreen and then areas you've missed, which has been very helpful for me because I was missing a lot of areas, a lot of the time, and using something like this helped show where I'm lacking in application, which was always around the eyes and then the very top of my forehead. So purchasing something like this, I think it's around like $100 or so, made a huge difference in my protection of sunscreen. So these are my best investments that aren't consumable products. And obviously, your best investment in the long run is always sunscreen, but there's other devices and things that can save you some money along the way. And buying a good device once is better than buying the crappy washer machine twice or having it fixed and it's still garbage. So anyway, that's a video for my second channel, I think. Okay, so if you have questions on certain devices, I've tried a lot of them, so ask away and I'll do my best to help out. There's so many different devices, and I think I've tried dozens of them. I've spent too much money on too many devices, but these are the ones I trust at this point. And thankfully, probably the cheapest one of all of them was the one that never died on me. So, the sponge. Okay, I will see you guys more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.